Bob, congratulations on winning the Hispanic Heritage Award.
Thank you very much.
A lineup of very important Hispanics in their fields.
I see, it's a wonderful lineup that they have.
How do you feel now becoming a part of this family?
Well, I don't really know. It really hasn't sunk in, you know. To be recognized like this and in this capacity is truly wonderful. I mean, it's not why I do those things in the community and stuff like that, but it's always nice to be recognized. I pretty much try to keep a low profile on everything I do. It's kind of hard with me playing in the game of baseball, but I really try to keep a low profile on things that I do in the community and for the community.
What kind of things do you do for the community? Now, let me brief you. My questions will not be heard. I'll try that.
Okay.
Okay, so just try and, incorporate my... What kind of community involvement have you become involved in?
Oh, so many, For example, is the bowling tournament that I hold, the National Hispanic Scholarship Fund is one of my favorite things that I've been able to do with the help of Anheuser-Busch, of course, who has helped sponsor this whole thing. But it was a way for me to give back to the kids in New York City, because I realized that growing up there, how difficult it can be. So, it's nice to get an opportunity here and there whenever possible to make something happen for yourself. So that's why I think that what I'm doing in New York City is special to me and my family.
So what was it like growing up in the Bronx
Ooh.
and in your history, certain points of discrimination or fights or this and that?
Well, there was always fights, but basically it was my surroundings. It was something that I was accustomed to. I mean, if you look for trouble, you could find it, but I didn't look for any trouble, so there wasn't anything for me to find or get into. Basically, I wouldn't trade anything in my childhood for nothing. I grew up with some wonderful people. I've learned a lot about the person I am today by growing up in New York City, in the South Bronx, so to speak. And I wouldn't change anything. I mean, it was special to me growing up.
And what was it that inspired you to decide that you wanted to give something back to the community?
Well, because I was very fortunate, and a lot of people that have come into my life.
Can you take that answer over again, incorporating my question? Because I need to start it because, blah, 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 I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So what was it that inspired you to want to give back to the community?
What inspired me to give back to the community was, I don't know, it was just me being me, I guess. I've had a lot of wonderful people come into my life that have helped me out a great deal, down from the people in the minor leagues, growing up in the Pittsburgh Pirate organization, to Joe Levine, who was my high school coach, to Lehman High School, which helped me raise funds to get me to a trip to promote the game of baseball in the Scandinavian countries. I mean, and so on and so on. So many wonderful people that had come into my life that I didn't even really feel that it was time to do something. I just said to myself, I've been very fortunate and I need to do something to give back. And that's what I've done. That's what I have done with the bowling tournament. So it's been a great deal of fun. I'm looking forward to continuing that for as long as I possibly can and letting possibly someone else take it over and continue that, which would be very nice.
And throughout your youth and growing up, what role models did you pattern or want to follow?
What role models? I think that's a very good question because basically I didn't have any. And this is quite unique. My dad was the ultimate role model for me. And I've said this time and time again. I mean, the real heroes are our parents that bust their butts to give us money to go to the movies or go on that senior trip or pick up your class ring or to be able to be on a football team or basketball team, baseball, and so on, to bring you to those events. They take out a lot of time in their lives to make your life special. And there was no need for me to look any further than right in front of me. I think he's a special, special man. And he's done a lot for me, and he's shown me a lot. And he's done so many wonderful things that I can't speak enough about him.
And also, as you were growing up, what are your fondest memories, including your family and growing up in the Bronx? What memories do you maybe hold so very dear?
It's another good question. You know, my fondest memories and things I hold so dear. I really don't know. I don't. It was a lot of fun growing up, but it wasn't too much that I'm able to remember, except that I had a wonderful time. And that what I remember is my dad really going out of his way to make sure that I had everything I needed, so I didn't have to go out there and take from anybody or do something obnoxious or stupid that I might regret later on, which was a big key for me. I think watching him do what he's done over his life has been a great inspiration, or I should say one of my fondest memories, because my parents were divorced when I was very young. So all I remember him is moving, 6 or 7 blocks away from me, making sure we all stood straight. I mean, we couldn't get out of line because, Dad was just around the corner. He wasn't going anywhere. And when I look back at things like that, that's what I think of as, fond memories and stuff like that.
What kind of things do you find yourself doing during the off-season, especially focused around community and going back to your...
I do a lot. I do a lot of things in the off season. I don't spend quite enough time at home with my little ones as I should, because I'm doing so many charity events. But because the people I do charity events for take the time out to come to mine and show everyone in the National Hispanic community that that they really care. And these are friends of mine that take the time out. So I also return the favors in the off season to promote any charity that they might have in store or they're looking to do in their downtime, so to speak.
And now, what propelled you to play and try and play professional baseball?
Well, what propelled me to play, I don't know, I just enjoyed sports. For a long time. I could play it all: basketball, football, baseball, roller hockey, you name it. I was always out there playing and doing something out there with sports. And a lot of it is that deep down, I don't know what it was, but I just didn't want to be a part of that, getting myself in trouble or having 2 or 3 kids, so to speak, and not being married and being kind of reckless. I just didn't see that in my future. I always felt that I was going to do something a little bit stronger, and I can't really describe it, but if you live it, you know what I'm talking about. To sit here and try to say, well, I didn't want to do this, I didn't want to do that. No, I'll never forget where I came from, but I always wanted to achieve something a bit greater. And I'm not downsizing anybody. It's just what I feel and what I wanted to do. And it was just a dream of mine to be able to do something. I didn't know whether and what it would be, but I knew I was going to do something so that I didn't become a statistic, so to speak. And I just followed my dreams, and my dreams kept me going strong, and going with my father on side jobs, so to speak, kind of motivated me even more. Because he would ask me, is this what you want to do for a living, because he was an electrician. And I'd say, no way. This is way too much for me. So that was my motivation to continue to push as hard as I can.
And have you had any kind of obstacles or barriers in trying and meeting your dream?
There's obstacles every day. If I was ever worried about what somebody thought about me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So those are obstacles I'm faced with every single day. There's always somebody trying to knock you down or saying, you can't do this, or you stink here, or it'll never happen to you. No, I never believed it. I guess that was following my dream. I never got away from it. I always stayed focused. And when I went to sleep, I was dreaming something good. That's just the way I was. I can't explain it. It was just something always positive coming out. That's something my dad instilled all the time. People ask me why I smile so much, and I say, well, you know what? My dad told me a long time ago, if you're enjoying what you're doing, put a smile on your face and let people know you enjoy what you're doing.
What has been your proudest moment in baseball, in your professional career? Your achievements?
In baseball?
What's been the greatest achievement as of yet?
I have no idea what it is yet because I'm not done yet. It's a very difficult question to have to get an answer about because I don't know. I haven't finished yet, and I want to really wait until I'm done playing to be able to answer something like that. But the proudest thing I've ever done was have my 2 kids and being able to watch them come into the world and watch them develop and see how the funny little things that they go through. And then I'm sitting to myself going, you know, I did that to my father, and I could see why he was cracking up because I'm cracking up the same way. But that's probably the single most biggest achievement that I have. I mean, I'm not quite done yet. I feel like there's so much more that I can do, and I'm constantly thinking of things to do all the time.
Would you like to share with us?
Well, you know, again, it could be in anything, you know, whether it be continuing in broadcasting or doing something else or being a business entrepreneur or something. Something's always developing. I'm always thinking, mine's going 24 hours a day. I can't stop it sometimes. I wish I can get a little more sleep.
You've been interested in acting, or
Absolutely.
comedy acting. Tell us about some of that.
Well, I've had an opportunity to do Living Single and New York Undercover, and I really caught a nice, exciting bug. I thought that was extremely exciting. It was a lot of work, but it was very fulfilling. And it was something I'm thinking about doing after baseball is over. But right now, I've been focusing on so many different things because I'm kind of a hyper individual, so I don't see myself just sitting down and playing golf when I retire. I'll be doing something.
What kind of message would you send to youth that are aspiring to be, you know, either a professional player or considering you a role model? What type of advice would you give to people that are interested in making?
Well, the advice I would give is to always never deviate from following your dreams. If you believe you can do it, then you should go out there and try to do it. You never know what's going to happen unless you stay on that highway. Once you go off the off-ramp, you don't know what kind of trouble you're going to get to. But if you stay on that highway, following your dream, a lot of beautiful things can happen. And in terms of role models and stuff like that, like I said, I personally didn't have any. My role model was right in front of me. He's done a lot of wonderful things to keep me out of trouble. And I was very fortunate to have someone like my dad to be there for me.
Okay. On that note, what does it mean to you being a Hispanic, or could you share with us what of your ethnicity has made you a Hispanic?
What does it mean to me to be Hispanic?
Or what is your ethnicity around growing up? Were you Puerto Rican, New Yorican?
Oh, no, I'm what you would call a New York Rican. I was born here. My parents are from Puerto Rico. My mom is from Vieques, and my dad's parents are from Puerto Rico, San Juan. So I grew up in New York. I'm a very good New York Rican.
Okay, and of your Orioles teammates, who have you associated more with and in day-to-day playing that you can really talk to with each other and sharing tips of playing?
Well, again, I pretty much get along with everybody. So at any given point in time, I could talk to anyone on my team and have a great conversation with. I'm not particularly one to stay with one or stay with the other, because I pretty much get along with everybody. I mean, so many people have so many wonderful things to say that it's crazy not to be able to sit and have a conversation with everyone, because you don't know what you can pick up by just listening, and I'm a pretty good listener.
Good. And at all. Let's touch again. How did you become involved in playing baseball and beginning with playing with the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Well, my involvement in baseball started when I was about 11, 12, when I actually played. It might be a little bit later, maybe 12, 13, because I actually didn't play Little League at all. I didn't start playing organized baseball until I got to like the Pony Leagues and then high school. And I just loved to play. We used to play all the time around the block, so to speak. We used to call it, softball all the time, a game named sponge ball, some stick ball. I mean, we did it all, and I learned how to play by imitating a lot of the hitters that I grew up watching. For instance, Nettles and Chambliss, Willie Randolph. I think of the Yankees when I do, imitating Ed Randall. I mean, so many, Felix Millan to Doug Flynn to just everybody. I would just imitate and just learn how to play the game that way.
So how did you become a Pittsburgh Pirate in professional baseball?
Well, that was I got started with the Pittsburgh Pirates when I actually went on a trip to promote the game of baseball in the Scandinavian countries. That's what I was talking about earlier, how my leaving high school rallied behind me to get up enough money for me to go to on this trip with this high school baseball all-star team, and a gentleman named Sid Thrift and his son happened to be on that trip. And on my way back from that, Sid had asked me if I wanted to play ball or go to college, and I said I didn't get accepted to the school I really wanted to go to. I was accepted by an owner, but I actually wanted to go to ASU, and because I heard it was a great baseball school, and they didn't accept me at the time. So I said, no, I'd love to play. I think a lot of my focus is on playing, and I got a lot of energy to do it, and I want to do it. And then a week later, next thing you know, I was trying out in New Jersey, and then 2 weeks after that, I was in Bradenton, Florida.
Last question is very general. It's on a different subject. But how important is education?
Oh, education is everything. Without it, I mean, I don't think you can accomplish anything. I mean, you have to have the know-how to do a lot of things, and you have to make sure that you're there and you're paying attention to what's going on, and that you soak it all up. Education is everything. I would tell everyone to get that education first before they do anything. I think it's extremely important.
How do you feel of being involved in establishing the scholarships that you work? How does it?
Oh, it's neat. It's neat to be able to get the guys that are good friends of mine to come down for an evening to bowl and to help raise money so that other Latin kids have a chance to go to school and further their education. I mean, and when they come together, actually when my friends come together to help me do this, it's a wonderful feeling, because they're all giving their time to make sure that other kids can be as fortunate as us.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm good.
Good. Good.
I'm fine.
Would you like to try in Spanish?
Ooh,
We're doing
my
this
Spanish
TV
is
show and,
terrible.
no sé, bueno,
Trust me.
¿podemos tratar?
Oh, sí, podemos, pero es malo.
Bueno, vamos. ¿Sigue rodando? Bobby, ¿cómo te sientes al recibir el premio Hispanic Heritage Award?
Ah, no, me siento muy bien que yo puedo recibir este award. You're going to have to hear Spanglish now. Y yo puedo decir gracias a toda la gente que estaba haciendo esto.
¿Cuál ha sido la fuente más que te inspira? O ¿cuáles son tus role models?
My role models. Es mi papá, es un role model mío. I mean, él es todo a mí. And my Spanish can't go any further.
That's okay.
Now, what am I starting out with? So that
It's good, we'll keep it. I
Okay.
tell you what, I'm rolling anytime you're ready, or you can cue it.
Okay. Go.
Okay, I'd like to take this time to apologize to everyone at the